This Midtown Redevelopment Board meeting to order. Tuesday, August the 12th, 2025, 6 p.m. Let us now receive our roll call.
Angela Hardy. Thomas. No, present. Mr. Eddie Lake.
Present.
Kathy Washington.
Present.
Joanne Shepherd.
Present.
Renee Richardson.
Present.
Davita Bonner.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Yes, thank you so very, very much. We'll stand for our invocation and pledge of allegiance. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life, health, and strength. We thank you for this opportunity to be alive, to be in your presence, in the presence of your people. We thank you for this gathering today, and we pray that you would guide our footsteps, guide our hearts, guide our minds, that we will be a part of the solution to our challenges, but also celebrate the successes thus far. We thank you for this opportunity to put our hearts and our minds together to come up with witty inventions to make a difference in our fair city. We appreciate the responsibility and holding us accountable along with our citizens to make our city the best city that it could possibly be. And we thank you in advance for what we shall all do together, because we can do more together than we can do independent of each other. And if you continue to give us strength and wisdom, we shall not let you down. And it's in Jesus' name we thank you for our successes. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all. All right. The agenda has been distributed. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion. Oh, no, because I'm not a member.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
And I'd like
Is
to
there a
second
second?
that motion, please.
Moving properly second that we approve the agenda as received. All those in favor identify by the sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. So is the order. Agenda has been approved. Now we move to our approval of minutes from June 10th meeting. You have received them via email. What is your pleasure regarding the minutes from June 10th?
I move that we accept the minutes as printed.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Moved and properly seconded that we approve the June 10th meeting minutes. All those in favor, there's no discussion or additions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposers, no. Minutes have been approved. Thank you so very, very much. We do not have minutes from the July 8th meeting because the meeting was canceled. Now we are ready to move toward our staff reports. Captain Conde, we're ready for you, sir. Daytona Beach's finest.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I did miss you last month.
Yes.
These are the stats for District 1 for the reporting period of July 8th until August 12th. District 1 Patrol handled 3,325 calls for service, completed 684 reports, completed 83 felony arrests, 99 misdemeanor arrests, conducted 333 traffic stops, issued 375 citations. As far as our Group A offenses, meaning our primaries, we had 77 total incidents. 42 of those incidents remain as ongoing investigations. For burglaries, we had 13, 5 of which were cleared with an arrest. We had 13 domestic incidents, 7 were cleared by arrest. We had 12 aggravated assault investigations, of which 10 were cleared by arrest. For car breaks, we had 12, and out of these 12, 11 remain ongoing. And one thing to note, as I've stated previously, please lock your cars, because in 4 of these investigations, we had 4 firearms stolen. So now we have 4 additional firearms, unfortunately, on the street. We had 10 motor vehicle thefts, 5 sex offense investigations, 2 robberies, 2 weapons law violations, 1 bomb threat, 1 domestic aggravated investigation, which was cleared by arrest, 1 family nonviolent, which was cleared by arrest, 1 home invasion, which remains ongoing. We had a kidnapping abduction attempt, which happened on West Speedway, And very fortunately, we cleared that with an arrest as well. As far as proactive activity, we conducted a prowler arrest on Emeryville grounds, and we also recovered a stolen vehicle, which led to an additional arrest. For the month of July 8th until August the 12th, our units have conducted over 1,120 documented extra patrols. So the officers are going out there and they're doing their very best to at least leave their fingerprint on each piece of property in the city. I am also happy to let everyone know that we were very fortunate. We were able to use LETF funds and we were able to purchase the Pack Talk trailer. And since the moment we've purchased it, we've continued to deploy it. I actually moved it last night after the Midtown community meeting, and it is now at Adams and MMB. So that remains, unfortunately, some of our ongoing complaints, but we continue to do our best. And as far as one positive incident, we did have our National Night Out last week on Tuesday. It was very well attended, but unfortunately, inclement weather decided otherwise. So we had to unfortunately cut it short. As we move forward, we've had some very productive meetings with some of our counterparts. We've met with Amazon as far as, you know, how to develop a better relationship. I've met with BCU staff, you know, preparing things for BCU homecoming, what to expect, how best to approach students as far as some of the issues that we have at Joe Harris Park. Obviously, school started yesterday, so we have our motors in full force conducting strict traffic enforcement during the morning and the afternoon hours. So we ask everyone to please just drive carefully. Unfortunately, we did have some mortalities, fortunately not in our city, but, you know, there was some children that were...
Sad, sad. Yeah, sad. Excellent report. Any questions?
No.
Board members?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very welcome.
I will ask regarding those 4 firearms that were stolen, were they all registered?
There is no requirement in the state of Florida to truly have a registered firearm. So as long as you purchase it, the only potential connection as far as documentation would be if the store maintained, you know, a record of it. But I could actually sell a firearm to anyone here, and there would be no documentation of it. So there's no true registry for firearms. Unless it's a specific class of weapon, then you would need a license.
Okay.
Our only safety net against that is background check if it's being sold through a business, right?
Correct. And I understand there's somebody from Bucks Gun Ranch.
Yep. So we get to ask him.
I'm sure he'd be able to enlighten all of us.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. Okay. Thank you. Great work. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it. All right. We'll now hear from Ms. Kirk, Code Compliance.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot to ask staff. Did you all have any questions for Captain Cunningham before he leaves?
No, sir, we're good.
Okay,
Thank
very
you.
good. Sorry about that.
Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Sarah Kirk, Code Inspector for the city. I brought the months of June and July. So for June and July, there were a total of 77 open cases, 41 of which were code cases, and that includes residential and commercial. There were 35 vacant lot cases and 1 blighted property case. And we are continuing to address complaints within the city. Does anybody have any questions tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Regarding that same property that we've been talking about for months, how is that going?
Which one?
I think it was the one.
On Fulton?
Yes, I believe the
Oh,
one on
you don't
Fulton.
want to know.
Okay. I did pass the information on to the inspector that has that.
It's out of your hands now. They've
Is that
broken
right?
into
Okay.
the gentleman's house and are living in the house now, all those
Okay.
vagrants,
Okay.
while he's incarcerated.
Were you, did someone reach out to you from code regarding a
They
property?
might have. I've been working so much lately.
Okay. Okay, because it's not, I don't have that area. Midtown is kind of, the zone is divided in 2. So I have international south. So anything on the other side of international is a different inspector. So But if there's a, so it's just a squatter situation in there right now?
Well, they have, and the foot traffic has increased horribly. It's now all up and down Fulton Street. They're hanging their laundry on business properties fences up the block. Yeah. Oh, it's a mess. Yeah. Not now. We've got somebody in there that's, and the sister lives in Orlando. I don't know how to get in touch with her. She came over there one time and cleaned that whole, rooted them all out. But, you know, she doesn't maintain a vigilant presence there because she's all the way in Orlando.
And that's 505, is it 505?
It's, oh no, it's I'm at 328, so it's like 312, 322, something like that. I can look it up for you.
I have it in an email. I'll look into it again and see. I know that it was sent to hearing, and I'm sure because it didn't come into compliance, I'm sure that it got a fine, which results in a lien. But if there's something else that code can do, I mean, if there's an active water account, you know, if there's a relative or if the owner, you know, it's still in the owner's name, if he left, you know, friends inside of it and they're continuing to pay the bill, you know, it's...
Well, it's gotten so bad that my elderly neighbor across the street has actually had some of these vagrants come across the street and try to break into her house. And she's in her early 80s. So, and she says, I don't want to call anybody because they'll retaliate against me.
No, is there, didn't you tell me before there was like prostitution? And
Oh, it
drugs?
still is, yeah.
Do
Open
do
air
they
drug
call
market.
the police? Because at least with when you call the police, it's you can be anonymous.
Oh, no, you can't.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
I just tried that just recently, and they came and knocked on my door after they came and visited them. Knocked on my door and then sat there in front of my house and called 3 times. Called me.
You can't call and say I want to remain anonymous.
I did.
Oh, and they came to your house.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know.
We gotta,
Yeah.
no, we
It's a
gotta address
no-win
that, yes.
situation.
We have to address that. That should not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's you know that's.
The neighbors are living in fear.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
That's
I'll
not
I'll
good.
bring it up to you know, my manager and supervisor's attention, and you know, see if there's you know, possibly anything else code can do on
Well, there's no electricity, so let me ask you this question.
no electricity.
Is there any code that would prevent somebody from being inside a building without electricity or running water, or
Yeah.
maybe we can do it that way?
So the condemnation, it's a building rehab inspector is the title. He's actually under the building department, but he works along with code. So if he can go on the property. He has a little bit more leeway than we do, where we can't walk on the property. He can. He's in the building department, and he can see if the meter for the electric, if he can tell that is off. You know, there's no power. We can always, you know, with the water department downstairs, find out if there's no active water account. So if there's both are, you know, no water, no electricity, he can do a condemnation on the property is unlivable, uninhabitable.
It's gotten so bad that there's a vacant lot on the other side that is owned by 2 sisters that live in New York, and they have actually set up pup tents in that vacant lot.
Oh, well, there's a vacant lot with tents in
On
it?
the other, right next to it. Yeah.
I'm going to drive by there tomorrow.
it's a
So I can
mess.
see what's going on.
Before you
Sorry
leave,
you're having to deal with that.
yeah, before you leave, Sarah, I think this is important to address, and we need to speak with law enforcement if we can today. I don't know if our officer here can help us, point us in the right direction, because we do not want the residents living in fear,
Right.
calling for their protection and safety in their community. And that's a giveaway if you go to the person's home after or during
And
the
there's
investigation.
actual scratch marks on her door, and they tried to jimmy her lock.
Yeah.
It's visible.
So we need that question answered as soon as we possibly can. If not today, tomorrow.
I was thinking
So that, yeah.
Sergeant Conley was there.
Yeah, just left.
She was there earlier this morning. I can, you know, I can definitely find out an answer for that, and I apologize that happened. I don't know, I'm for code, I'm under the police department, but I'm code inspector,
Right.
so I don't know all the, formalities, but I would assume if you say you're gonna, you want to remain anonymous for fear with the police department, that would be, but I can't officially answer that
Right.
question.
That's
I know
good.
for code, you can't. You have to put your name and address.
They've already thrown a
company.
brick at my front window once, and I just had that replaced. So, yeah, there's been retaliation.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I
I'll
don't
find
like
that
it
out.
opening a drug market next to me. I don't like prostitution next to
He
me.
needs to put that thing that they just purchased right now.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They just
Exactly.
purchased
Yeah,
right now. And that would kind of.
but it's got 4 cameras on it. It
Yeah.
will
Yeah. Wow.
monitor all their
Okay.
movement.
Now, are they calling, do you know if they're calling 911 or the non-emergency line?
Who's that, me?
Or the neighbor who you said when they called?
I called.
Okay.
I called.
And they sat out in front of your house?
Yes, they did.
So you-
After they had visited them
Did you asked to remain anonymous?
specifically. I said, do not come to my house. Do not call me.
And it came to the house anyway.
Do not get in touch with me because these people will retaliate.
Yeah,
And
okay.
did you call the non-emergency line?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to address that ASAP.
All right.
Yes, yeah. Make sure, that we get the number of calls that are needed to address these.
And I'm going
matters.
to let this Sergeant Conley, who works with code enforcement, I'm going to let her know about this tomorrow and, see what input I can get from her.
It's mushrooming. It's getting bigger. The whole problem is getting bigger. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
And I'll
But thank
copy
you.
you
Yeah.
in an email,
Appreciate
so
it.
because I don't have the answers for that, but I will tomorrow.
Okay.
Very good. Before you go,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Sarah, any questions from staff?
But Mr. Chair, we will help her to address that with
Okay.
the police department.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Great report.
Thank you.
All right, now we move to item number 8, presentation spotlight on Midtown. Well, before that, Ms. Tolliver's coming for the redevelopment projects. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Chair, board members.
Good evening.
I just want to bring your attention to the Public Works project list. There is nothing on here that you've not already seen. It's just
Right.
awareness so that you're aware that there are still projects going on. I also have on your counter in front of you a copy of the most recent Volusia County Transform 386 Homeowner Recovery Program.
Most recent.
This is specifically for Hurricane Milton. What Ms. Richardson and Mr. Lewis have experienced was funding for Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
This is specifically for Hurricane Milton, but same organization. If you will share this with your neighbors, friends, colleagues, those in your neighborhood who still need home repairs, this is an option for them to use. Just make sure they understand that this is a recovery program for Hurricane Milton. And one other thing I wanted to point out is at the August 6th commission meeting, the commission approved the demolition of the property at Shiloh that we purchased several months ago. Hopefully, once we get the purchase order and some assistance from Public Works, because we want to remove the bell and the bell tower. There's a bell there, and we want to reuse it for whatever we develop there next. And then the cornerstone for the pastor and the deacons who built that property, we want to preserve that cornerstone and turn it over to Shiloh. But hopefully sometime next year, we will get a response to an RFP, and I'll be back to give you an update on that. But we have to do a purchase order to demolish it, and it's 2 structures, the parsonage and the old church, and then we'll get out an RFP to get some development going on that.
All right.
Any questions?
Yes, just one question regarding the Transform 386. What date did this come out?
I believe it was the 1st or the 2nd of August.
Second, okay.
Yeah,
August 2nd, okay.
it
Very
was
good.
one of those dates. It's just recently, they launched the website to take applications. It was either August 1st or August 2nd.
And do you know if they have, is it only online applications? Or do
It
they have
is
hard
only
copy?
online.
Only online?
Yes.
Okay.
They also sent instructions for creating an email address because they do not take paper applications. They do not take walk-ins in terms of applying for it. You have to apply online, and you have to have an email address.
Oh, boy.
I just wanted to update you with Jennifer LeConte
Yes.
of the program I went through.
Yes.
It was the quickest thing I'd ever gone through in my entire life. The roof is fantastic. They even put gutters up
That's awesome.
and downspouts. So anybody that needs that program,
Yes.
please take advantage of it. They just got funding again.
Yep, we met with the with Jennifer's
Jennifer?
boss
Oh, okay.
after you brought it to our attention. All of our staff met with them, and they're trying to make a bigger presence in Daytona as well as Volusia County because they work with Transform 386. So they were brought here by Transform 386.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
So
that's
is that the same pot of money?
No, it's not. No. This
But they
is a
just partner.
Louisiana-based organization.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
mentioned that.
and they're
Yes.
doing specific repairs, roofs,
Okay.
windows. I
Anything
think they even
hurricane
mentioned
related.
hot water heaters.
Mm-hmm.
But
Air
they're limited,
conditioners.
yeah, air conditioners. They're limited on what they can do, but they're working in conjunction with Transform 3.
SVP USA.
Yes, St. Bernard.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you for
All
that
right, great
update.
report.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Good.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, Mr. Pierre. Ready for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Pierre Lewis, 130 South Franklin Street. Good evening to the chair. Good evening to the
Thank you,
board,
sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
to our development board. Every once in a while when I'm walking around what I call Camelot, you guys call it Midtown, I call it my Camelot. Every once in a while I stop in some building, I see it, it takes me back to one of my childhood memories. And that happened just recently, a couple of months ago. I was walking down the street and I remember that as a paper boy, I wanted a BB gun because all the guys down the street had BB guns. And obviously I learned from his son, dude, you weren't supposed to have a BB gun when you were 16 years old. My mother said, no, you can't buy one. And my father said, if you want it, you got to use your own money. So I used my paper route money and bought a BB gun. And I stopped into Buck's gun rack to tell him that story.
I knew
Say, that tells you how long they've been there. I don't want to date my age there, but they've been there for a few years. But I stopped in there to talk to them because I was refreshing my memories. And then I met our guest speaker that's going to talk to us today about Buck's gun rack. So he refreshed my memory. He said, I said, I was 16 when I bought it. He said, I don't know what year that was. But obviously, he said, I'm sure the laws must have been different during that time. But anyway, he's got some great information, and he's well prepared because he wrote down his comments. I said, you did what? I said, well, welcome to the board, Mrs. How do you say it again? Suk Sandhu is how you call it.
Sandhu.
Thank you. Welcome to the board. Good to talk to you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
for
you.
inviting me today.
Yes, absolutely.
So my name is Suk. I also go by Suk Group Sandhu. That's my full name. I'm the owner of Buck's Gun Rack.
Okay.
We purchased the business from Scott and Forrest Buckwald back in 22, and I've been here about 3 years and 3 years or so now.
Very good.
Originally, I'm from Missouri, so
Wow.
it's a long way from here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's good. Very good.
So, and then also the store, as everyone knows, has been there around for 70 plus years or so. That's what he was saying. He was saying that he bought that BB gun back in 1975. I was like, I don't know if you could buy it today at 18 years old
No.
because I know purchasing a firearm
Probably not,
at 21.
Right,
And we don't really allow anyone, that below 21 in our
Okay.
store,
Okay.
unless with their parents or whoever that's their guardian.
Okay.
Now, a little bit about ourselves is we sell firearms, but we also advocate for self-protection. So that could be with non-lethal items too as well. So that can include like pepper spray, stun guns, tasers, things like that as well, because everyone needs to be protected. I know everyone doesn't want the firearm, but one of the things that I did for my mom was, and she's one of them she's scared of having a gun, and so I gave her a pepper ball gun. And that's one of the things that we do. The other thing is that we do is, I would say, is we also, to work with expert instructor, so certified NRA instructor. One of the customers that has been coming to us for the past 3 years. He's an NRA instructor, and he also supplies CCWPs, which is your concealed carry permits. Us ourselves, we don't offer classes, but we're thinking about taking it into a look into offering online courses. This isn't going to be something that's going to be paid for, but it's a supplemental course that customers could take. Because even for me, someone like me who goes through, who has to be up to date on the laws and everything like that, it's supplied through U.S. Law Shield, which is the company that we work with. And so we were thinking about putting that on our website. It's a free course that anyone could take anytime that they want, and all they have to do is just sign up for it. They don't really, it's not paid or anything like that through us. So all it is they could just be on the computer and just when they're at home or anything like that, if they have any questions pertaining to Florida laws, then they could just go straight to our website. I believe they, U.S. Law Shield, they have lawyers. They also have, work with others to help supply a list of laws that everyone needs to comply by here in the state of Florida. So that's a nice thing.
Excellent.
We have a staff that has 30 plus years experience. One of the ones that you probably know is Bill Hall. The other one is Scott and Forrest, and so they're still around. They help me out, which is pretty nice because being in the farm industry for only about 3 years now, I'm still a baby. That's what I consider myself to be. And so having them on my team is pretty nice. And so if I don't know a question, they always help me out too as well. They always been helpful. So. But that's really about it, a little bit about myself. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me.
Yeah. Any board members have any questions? Come on, let's go. Let's get it.
Thank you for coming, first of all. We appreciate the knowledge. We just had Leah Oster from Volusia Gold and Diamond in, and she was giving us all her predictions and her ideas for how she wanted to upgrade her building across the street now that Gus is gone. We'd like to know, have you got any plans for upgrades or maybe curb appeal or anything like that?
To be honest, she didn't. I wasn't really thinking about it until she told me, and I thought it was a great idea to redevelop Midtown. It'll help businesses, local businesses, because I advocate for local businesses to be around more than any big box stores. One of the things that I was thinking of that we could probably do is maybe repaint the outside structure of our building, just like how she said, have new signage. The other thing is we do have a problem with loitering on our side, and so every single morning and every single day I come out, I have to make sure that the sidewalks are clean and the street is clean. And that's always a parking lot, so that's something that I do. And I was talking to him. I was asking if maybe what we could do is maybe put out bins or something like that. I don't know if we could do something like that. That way, when someone walks past by or anything like that, they don't just dump on our grounds or they don't just dump on the streets.
Right.
So maybe that's something that we could probably take in consideration.
Staff?
Okay.
Do you think that we have it in our budget to have a couple of garbage bins put over in their location?
We don't make that determination for the property owner. We have a grant that could help him purchase the paint to paint, the signage, as well as the trash cans. But we can't pay it or purchase it for him. But we have a grant available. I'll contact you probably tomorrow or Thursday to give you our grant information. It's a reimbursable grant that we can give you.
And is there anything, something for, let's say, parking lots or something like that? Or parking lots need to be redone?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a hookup.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
I was thinking,
Wonderful.
I mean, to me, I want to be able to rejuvenate and revitalize the area.
Right.
Part of the biggest thing is, let's say, is we have a lot of tourists that come through Daytona. I see a lot of tourists, either they stay on the beach side or they stay on, let's say, on LPGA by the hotels, by the racetrack. And I want to be able to, let's say, help not just myself out, but also the local businesses in the area. I know we have, I have the Marine Surplus store that's right next to me.
Okay.
And then also the couple of restaurants right by me.
Right.
So I think it'd be something that it would be helpful to everyone.
Very good. Very good. Any other questions, board members?
Nope.
Staff and them? Yes. Yeah.
Where does most of your customers come from? You think they're local? Are they tourists?
It's mostly local. During, let's say, our busiest times is going to be, I would say, from November all the way up into March.
Wow.
Sometimes we're sort of slow just because everyone is out and about doing other things. And so we do have tourists, or let's say, come from time. I would say we do have tourists during the summer. That's what mostly our business is. And so during that time, yes, we do sell firearms, but we also, we also sell firearms, T-shirts, knickknacks, that kind of stuff is what a lot of tourists will buy. And so we will have customers that come from, I would say, all the way from Germany, Switzerland. It'll be, you wouldn't think so, but they like coming down to our store because they don't have something like that over there. And so then what we do is they enjoy coming down here, coming down to Daytona. And usually what we'll do is, even though they can't buy anything, we'll chit chat, talk for like an hour or so because if we don't have anything to do, that's what we'll do is we'll talk to them, and they love that and they like that. Anytime that they come down here, they always say that everyone over here is kind to them. So, but I would say most of our local businesses, like for our local bases, Daytona Beach, it's Ormond Beach, Port Orange, so people around the area are the ones that purchase. Sometimes we'll have customers that will buy from out of state.
Very good. Excellent.
I had an additional question, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
I was curious about your advertisement and how would you get the info about this information portal you were speaking about? How would that be able to get out to the community?
That's something that I need help with because I'm new to the area. I don't know too much. One of the things that I have done is radio advertisement. The other thing I do is also Facebook. We also have like an emailing list too as well. So I recently started that about 2 or 3 months ago. It's not a lot of people on there. Right now it's probably, I would say, maybe close to 100. And so what I try to do is on my email list is I'll send out something. Most of it is going to be educational based. And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll have on there, like what I recently did is requirements, how to get your CCW or how to maintain your firearm. Things like that is going to be useful to the customer more than just selling. Because my thing is I always want to advocate there for, education and safety. That's the biggest thing that we need. And so that's what I do is on my email list is I have an email list. That's what I've been mostly doing. And I'll send that out maybe Mondays or Fridays whenever I have time. I know that, I get busy and sometimes I get off track, but I try to do my best to do so.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, you have a great resource almost directly across the street. You know, I would tap into that like there was no tomorrow. The college right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm new to the area, so I don't know too much.
Okay.
So anything that really helps is like if I could, because my biggest thing is just trying to help the customers out. That's what I advocate for. So.
Very good.
That's great.
Very good. Maybe
Great.
check my concealed date and make sure I'm not.
Yeah, you don't want to be expired.
Couple years. Couple years.
It's not good to be expired.
So thank you very much.
So I'm
good.
doing my best. I'm trying to see like new things that are out there to see what works. And so hopefully this emailing list takes off. And so when someone signs up, they could just get it directly from us. So
Very good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
yeah,
you.
no problem. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Wish you well. Great presentation. All right. Do we have any old business? Next item on the agenda? No. What about any new business? Are there any public comments?
We have nobody.
No one.
Oh my goodness.
No one wants to talk.
Yes, you could come
to the
forward
microphone.
and you come to the microphone, and then if you could sign the sheet, and you can do it. You can do it after you speak. It's fine too. We need you to sign that sheet afterwards. Yes, you can sign it after. Yes.
How y'all doing?
Wonderful. Bless me.
I just started working with Derek Carter at the Barrett's. So, at the Barrett's
At the
on
Barrett's.
Pearl Street.
Okay.
So I was coming to see if there's any way that we can find a way to generate more money in the community in that area. like food truck vendors in the park, just community things that people in the community offer that we can like come together and make it like bigger for the community though. Just like homecoming, for instance.
Yeah.
So like homecoming, that's a time that we normally can make money in the area.
Right.
So is it a way that we can come together so we can keep the money in the area instead of the money being like, I understand that
Yes.
it get busy in the area with the police, like, so it's crowded and the police. So is it a way that we can block it off so that the business in the area can thrive during those times when we got visitors in? Because in that area, you know, we don't be able to get a lot of people to come to the area. So when it's do come, is the way that we can get the money then to help the community then. Because
Special events.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
My name is Alan Wilder.
Alan? Okay. Brother Alan, thank you so much. I think you raised a great question. And what do you see the greatest hindrance in preventing that from happening right now?
Well, I know it's a lot of the violent stuff in the community right now. So I understand that. So my pitch is that the police and then whoever needs to be in the area to make it safe, and then it can happen.
Okay. Okay. Which particular corridor are you speaking of in particular, so we'll know exactly where that particular violence and activity is going on?
Well, I just know from past experience that it'd be a lot of police calls in the area, and due to the fact where the area at, it's a lot of crime. So to prevent it and to help the business still, like if the police presence can still be there, and then it's monitored the right way, so the customers still stay, the police still there, and it's safe, and everybody still make it home. Because that's the biggest thing. We can still make it happen, and everybody make it home safe.
Question for you: Are you part of the Urban Chamber, the Urban Chamber of Commerce?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll introduce you to that
I
particular
talked to Mr.
group. Jacobs.
Schutz. I think it's a Dr. Schutz in
Okay.
Port Orange. He just told me about that.
Okay.
I had went to talk to me, a counselor, so I did go talk to him, and he had told me about it.
Okay, yeah. I think it's good to make sure you collaborate with other business owners, and we work together to help bring solutions collectively. Yeah.
Oh, so they have a meeting for that too?
Yes. Matter of fact, I'll get it to you as soon as we conclude. I think it is the text just came through like minutes ago, August 21st. So I'll share this with you.
Okay.
Yeah. And the city is a member.
Yes, Jessica went online probably 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And signed us up for a 1-year membership with the Urban Chamber.
Very good. Yes, and I'm a member twice. Our organization, and I signed up just for myself as a concerned citizen. Wanted to be a part of the solution to help businesses as well, because that's what we want to do. You know?
Okay.
So we're on the same page.
Great.
So any questions, board members?
Well, the Urban Chamber is a good place to network. And the more you get your business out there, you know, and word of mouth out there, then you'll see the returns. And so that's one of the great benefits of the Urban. And when are we doing food trucks within Cookman?
The city itself does not. I was mentioning to my boss that our efforts are in collaboration with other events. Like right now, the Daisy Stocking Park is on the other side of the street, and that's our collaboration with the city. We are the city, and we're collaborating with another department in the city. And we're trying to add more activities that we have control over, because we can't come to your property and tell you what to do. You can come to us and say, I would like to do something on my property. And then you can go next door to your property owner and say, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to do something? And you can either do it on your property or you can do it with the other property owners next to you. But our efforts are to collaborate with property owners once they come to us and tell us what activities. That's why Pastor Lake was saying, you know, give him some feedback, because if you want to do it on your property, then you have a right to apply through our Parks and Recs to do pretty much outside events. But if you want to do something along Dr. Bethune Boulevard in the area where you mentioned where the Barrett's is, you have to do it as a property owner, and you apply. Closing off the street probably is not something that's going to happen with one business. You have to pretty much do a festival where you're closing off an area that covers maybe 10 or 12 businesses. What we're struggling with in the area where you are is there are not a lot of businesses that are open.
Right.
And we need to get some businesses in those empty spots. And some of those spots need some real work, and it's going to require some money. And some of that money is going to come from us, just like we mentioned to Buck's Gun Rack business owner. It's going to be the business owner money and our money trying to help you improve your property.
So quick question. So I had read upon the grant for Midtown. Is it still available?
It is. It's always available. One of the places that will always have money is Midtown, because we are developing our businesses. Downtown, if you think about the downtown,
Main Street.
they're running out of money
Yes.
because they're using it.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to have, that problem in Midtown. But it requires the property owner and sometimes the business owner to put some money into their business and talk to us,
Right.
just like we're doing right now. You don't necessarily always have to come, but you can call.
I think I talked to you on the phone.
You probably did.
Now, Alan,
I think I did.
I would recommend you come out and meet.
Yeah, I think I talked
Yes.
to you and
Yeah.
Keith one day.
Oh,
That was
Keith
my
Willis.
coach, so I think I talked
Okay,
to
Coach
him.
Willis?
Yeah, Coach
Yeah,
Willis.
okay, very good, very good. Yeah, he's with us, he's a member of Allen, and so where I am. So anything we can do to support you, we
Yes,
wanna
sir.
make sure, but we gotta do it collaboratively, we gotta work together on it.
That's
So,
what I
yeah.
want to do. So the 21st.
Yeah, yeah, but I'll give you this, if you're gonna be here
Yeah, I'm
for a few
waiting.
minutes, and I'll make sure you have it, yes. Very good, yeah, thank you so much. Any other questions?
No.
Staff question? Very good, all right, excellent.
Best of luck.
Yes, all right, coming back, Ms. Pierre. Yes,
Pierre
sir.
Lewis, 130 South Franklin Street. If I had to make any comments today, first of all, glad to see the board is here. People are very appreciative of the work that you're doing. You may not hear that oftentimes, but they are.
Very good.
My challenge, like what it is with most times, is to get them to come through the door and say that.
Yes.
They tell me on the street they see
Yes.
things are happening, but getting them to come through that door and come to the meeting. I just was on a walk with a friend of mine and said, yeah, good, bad, or indifferent, that's what the board is here for.
Right.
And not just the board, but that's what we're all here for. Sometimes things are not going to go your way,
Right.
but you still have to make
Right.
forth that effort
Absolutely.
to walk through that door. They're very impressed with what you're doing, Mr. Tolliver. Mr. Thomas, believe it or not, they mention your name in the highest regard. And I say, but you need to come through that door and say some of that stuff that's there. So that's important. So I wanted to say that. They see a progressive element from the streets. People say they see some things that are new. You know, that paradigm shift is always a hard thing.
Right.
But people say, well, at least they might have pissed me off if I could use that word. However, they're pleased to see that some new stuff is happening in the area they didn't see before. So I can say that for the record.
That's good.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention too, since I have just a couple of minutes on the mic, is they had a meeting last month concerning the 386. I attended that meeting. I got there, remember I told you before, I got the award for the house. It's at my place here. It was detained just a little bit because they had to work out some small details. However, that's been taken care of. The challenge I had is with the meeting that was there. A number of the people were impressed with the fact that they held the meeting. Then a number of people didn't feel like their questions were really being vetted properly. They took the time. You know how you can say that sometimes people need to have sort of the right temperament for the audience that you're
Definitely.
dealing with. It didn't seem like that was there at the meeting. A lot of the questions they said they couldn't want and stopped a lot of people. And I gave my great American story that they're all Americans, like we all are. So all of them had to be vetted properly. But I don't know where they stand as far as all the houses are, so I don't keep a tally of that. But I know that mine was approved. I know that other people didn't seem like they were going to get the approach as far as, and I know Cottle Circle is not really Midtown. People call it that because it's the middle of Daytona. But as far as the CRA is concerned, that's to the west of what's considered the Midtown area. But you know, it's one Daytona, right?
Yes.
So we're all one
Yeah.
Daytona. We're still all working together because where they're actually in Midtown, we still cross each other's lines. We're friends, we're neighbors, and stuff like that. But a part of that thing was a large part of what they addressed about what they're going to do about the house as far as buying them out or not buying them out. I don't have all the specifics, but that's a conversation that probably I'm sure Mr. Tolliver and Mr. Thomas probably going to have with them, because that was a big stink during the whole meeting. How that was actually addressed and how that was actually talked and how the questions are actually vetted and fielded. Because if you want to vet the questions prior to the meeting, and my perspective is as long as an American pays $1 or you pay $50, you're still an American and you still pay taxes. So all the poor needs to be heard as much as the rich needs to be heard. If you do a job of service, that's just my perspective on that. Everybody's paying $1 in tax dollars is the same as a person that's paying $1 million rent. You're an American, you're an American, you're an American.
Absolutely.
And that's the way I look at it. And that's the way they should look at that process. That was
Absolutely.
there. But for the most part,
You're right.
they're making their best effort. But I think it still needs to make sure we keep that eye, as they say, on that prize or whatever's happening right there. I'm sure Ms. Richardson, look, she can comment on her
100%.
side that's there.
Yeah.
But other members, that's my only comments.
100%.
Thank you.
100%. Any follow-up with that?
I just want to say the one and only meeting I went to for Transform 386 left a very bad taste in my mouth. They were not engaged. The whole atmosphere of everybody that attended it, once you filled out the form, and I was speaking with different folks there, they were just so apathetic. As we're not ever going to get anything done. This is the same old song and dance. And so that's why I was happy when I got this other hookup with the SVP USA.
Right. Okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, absolutely.
Just a little bit here, because I wanted to mention this,
Go
because
ahead.
it's a comment that I brought up before. I noticed from working in HUD for many years, community development block grants. A large part of this money is, not the money, is community development block grants. Along with that, it says that if it comes from HUD, you're supposed to have what's called Section 3. And Section 3 says that individuals that are working as part of that at some level, they're supposed to hire people or train them to work in there to work around that. I mentioned that it was met with a lot of apprehension. The last thing I would ever try to tell someone to do is how to do your job, because I think it's inappropriate and I won't take that stance. However, I will be an American enough to mention the point that Section 3 says that sometimes people that are working on there or working around there, you would think we're working towards at least assisting them. If they're not trained to hang sheetrock or who needs to be trained for trash, but either way, picking up trash, that's what they have some people that's hired there. And I just think that somehow or another, we should at least have some kind of platform to say, listen, if you're gonna get, $300-some million, another $130 million, and we have nobody, none that I know, that says that they have been a part of Section 3 and they're getting hired people that live in the area. Or even if they can't hire them, there is no provisions being made to say, listen, maybe somebody can't hang sheetrock or clean the trash or do electricians or plumbers. Those are skilled works. But the others that are non-skilled, isn't there something that's going to be said that, listen, we all, as a police officer, we know that one direct connection between crime is unemployment, correct? We hear that all the time. And I always think from the perspective, if at some level we could get 1 or 2 people off the streets, if they're just saying stuff, they may not commit that crime. You know, I mentor 60 prisoners every Wednesday night. Tomorrow night I'll be at the prison. And one of the biggest things those prisoners talk about, I'm going to say, they don't absolve their responsibilities, but they say, Lovelace, I didn't have any money.
No jobs.
I didn't have any jobs. So I'm always thinking, what could we do on the front end to mitigate that a little bit? Because of this area, because of crime, a lot of times because of the economic base that's left the area. My point is still this, right? The point is still this, is if the Section 3 jobs are supposed to be here, along with community development block grants, and if it says in writing from the HUD statutes of 1960, it says that you're supposed to employ people, where is the provisions being made with career sources to say, listen, I don't have people that's trained to do this, but what happens is we're getting the money based on those areas. The connection is, why don't I train them to do mud, hang sheetrock, pick up trash, you don't have to train for that, but you know, that part right there. And I think that somewhere that is not just being lost here. I think it's being lost every time they make a community development block grant. Because the individuals that they end up hiring, like the ones that I met, I happen to be a polyglot, I speak 3 languages. They were Spanish that they didn't know. So when we start talking Spanish, they wanted to give me a job. And they've only been here, and nothing against, I don't make it that way. I'm just saying they've only been here for like a month.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
1 month. And I think to myself, wow, where is it that the connection is that we couldn't make? And maybe it's something that my fault as a citizen is not doing right on my job. When you hear that, say, wow, I need to actually make something that says that, listen, guys, you can be employed. But you see what I'm getting at on this.
100%.
I don't have all the answers, but at some point we need
100%.
to at least entertain that portion when somebody is getting community development block grants based upon the demographics that are here. At some level, we should be making some provisions to say, I'm going to get that guy or woman, whatever it is, to do those type of jobs because we're missing it. We're getting the money and it's not coming in to employ someone. And I think that would help us to reduce some of the crime. And then we could have luxury apartments.
Accountability is important.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Those
we
are
got to
my
do that.
comments.
So yeah, let's get together. We can work
Yes,
on
sir.
some accountability reports
Yes, sir.
from them and hold them accountable to that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But both sides.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, we got to hold both sides.
There's another reason they'll talk
to
around
make
and say,
sure.
well, they don't have transportation.
Right.
They don't have this. I'm not one to think, my mind doesn't operate on how not to accomplish things. My mind operates on what does it take to fix something.
Fix it.
What does it take to get the solution?
There you go.
Get the solution to get things done. That was my only comment.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, those are our comments. Now we move to our board comments. Ms. Bonner, you have anything?
My only comments are, again, thank you, staff, for all that you've been doing, and to those here this evening. I think it was a very productive meeting, and that's my words.
Excellent. Thank you so
evening.
much. Ms. Richardson.
For me, excuse me, I must say, Transform, and on record, Transform 386 has been horrible.
Wow.
It is horrible. It has not done what it was intended to do for our area or maybe even other areas. It has been a difficult path, and they do not honor and do what they're supposed to do. They are not transparent. They are not helpful. And it has almost been 2 years, and it's still, a lot of families are still in the same
absolutely.
boat. And it doesn't seem like anybody can get through or find a resolution with them. It is not very easy at all. From their leadership to the person that answers the phone, it's a song and a dance.
Wow.
And it continues to be that.
Texas
But I'm going to hang on to the last minute.
Hang on.
I'm going to make them
Yeah.
hold them accountable for what they're
I
supposed
don't
to do.
blame you. That's
Other
terrible.
than that, the meeting was wonderful, and I am glad that we are back.
Yeah. Are we able to stack with Milton with the current program?
No.
No.
I haven't heard anyone
Okay.
that has had a
Because she had damages from both.
The program that Ms. Richardson and Mr. Lewis are going through
Okay.
are for Hurricane Ian assistance only.
Only. Okay.
That application process is closed.
Right. Okay.
Now you're doing Hurricane Milton only.
So everyone who qualified with Ian can't apply for anything with.
It depends on where they are in their application.
Okay.
That's going to be a case by case basis because Ms. Richardson can decide, I don't want to continue my 2-year ordeal. I want to start over. She can decide that.
Yeah.
She can decide I don't want to do Ian anymore. I want to wait another 50 years. She can decide
That's what's gonna be. That's how it's going to turn out.
medication for you.
Okay. Hate that. All right. Miss Shepherd.
I get sick every time
Yeah,
I hear
I
about
know.
Ian.
It's terrible.
Transform 386. Anyway, I'm going to go in a different direction. I wanted to express how uplifted I was of the positive reinforcement that we had here tonight with Bucks and with our the Brits owners here. I think that we imparted some good information to them that hopefully they'll be able to utilize and make it a better community.
Very good.
I learned quite a bit tonight, but I must say I enjoyed it. I think we covered some territory that needed to be covered, and I look forward to more information. More information. And I think we can better support our people in the community when we're aware of what's actually going on.
Excellent. Okay. And I think that leads me to thank Mr. Allen for coming tonight to share that information with us. I think it's important. And what's even more important is what we do from here as you go forward to have additional conversations, and you and I connect as well. I'll share that flyer with you, and for us to make sure that we bring all of the business owners together. And Allen Chapel is open. If you need a spot to meet at any time, you just let me know, and we'll work with you. Yeah. And so I'm grateful for you to come tonight. Now, in reference, I got one more comment. The meeting was excellent, so we appreciate it. Now, I did have another comment and wanted to ask if we could make a request to Mr. Williams of 386 to come back and give us an update report, and to break it out as he did per zip code, just as he made the first presentation to us.
I started at the top with Donna,
Okay.
Donna Butler, who's
Okay.
over the program, and
Very
then
good.
she will
Okay.
designate who
Okay,
we
who will
will
come.
receive, because I don't know, is he still there? I'm just saying. But I'll start with Donna Butler. They have a high turnover rate, honestly.
Really?
They have a very high turnover
really
rate.
do.
I ain't playing, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, but we
I
need,
will make the request.
we need an update, and we can have some questions prepared as well, so that we can address some of those things. So that's important. So thank you so much. Appreciate everybody. Great
Mr.
work
Chair,
tonight. Yes.
One thing
Yeah.
before you
Oh,
close
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I just thought about our neighborhood services department.
Okay.
They have a house that they tore down, and they're gonna build new at the intersection of 10 and Keach Street.
Really?
Just on the west side
Yes.
of Pine Haven
Yeah,
there. So they I think today or yesterday, they broke ground, dirt is being moved. So,
Okay, very good.
I believe it's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house there.
Okay.
So that's gonna be, it's a new addition to the community as well.
Okay.
And Michelle's, all her hard work, we were anticipating on closing on property, I believe it's 875 Dr. Bethune Boulevard. Property is owned by Mr. White, Irving White.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we anticipated on closing this week on that property, but we had a hiccup. But the commission has already approved the acquisition of that property. So
Great.
probably by the end of this month, we'll own it. We're gonna tear down the 2-story, what they used to call the rooming house in the rear. The old cassette store, we're gonna
Is that right?
demolish that too as well. And Michelle's working on a plan to put out a request for proposal to rehab the building itself with apartments upstairs. And
Okay.
add more residential units to as well. So that's in the
Very good.
works.
That's great.
Very good. That's awesome. Quick question for you in regards to that. Any of that affordable, a workforce?
Yeah, it won't be all affordable.
Okay.
But we're gonna have a mixture of incomes. 'Cause
Yeah,
we don't
great.
wanna put
No, that's
affordable
good.
in one-
No.
One location.
No, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And with that being said, at the city commission meeting, when the commission approved the linkage fees of $1.85 per square foot, and with development coming in, we know that that commercial development coming in, that'll increase. But there was another addition on the table to include a portion of ad valorem taxes. We want to make sure that that's not lost in the shuffle,
Yeah.
because we need those designated funds. And my agreement to allow that, to support that, was to make sure that it would not interfere with CRA funds.
Right.
Yeah. So I think we need to have further conversation
Yeah.
regarding those resources.
Okay.
Excellent. So thank you. All right, those are our comments. Any further or follow-up from staff or anything? that we've missed? Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Wonderful. It is
Wow.
no, it is not. It's 6:59. Meeting adjourned. God bless you.
All right.